Welcome to Sheer Pod Attack, a Queen song by song podcast. Today's song is Funny How Love Is.
Funny how love. Oh, yeah. So, welcome to the show. I'm Stephen Nicholson.
And I'm Paul Nicholson.
And we're brothers from Edinburgh, Scotland, and our favourite band is Queen. Thanks for joining us as we take a weekly look at the band's music by picking a song to critique in chronological order of release. Today, we delve into the penultimate song on the Queen 2 album, Funny How Love Is. So before we get to hear some facts about the track, let's rate it. So Paul, Funny How Love Is, are you going to rank this top, middle or lower tier Queen? Middle tier, I would agree with you. I would put it middle tier. Although I would say for a good number of years, I would have had it in lower tier. I'll maybe talk a little bit about that later. But yeah, here's a question for you first out there in podcast land. How many times is the line Funny How Love Is repeated in the song? And this is where we probably just made you crazy as you try singing the song in your head. So, is it 9 times, 11 times, or 14 times? Answer at the end of the show.
Hi, my name's Kim Basinger. I'm Freddie Mercury.
So it's time for the facts, nothing but the facts with you, Paul.
So Funny How Love Is the 5th track on side black of Queen 2. The song was written by Freddie Mercury and produced by Roy Thomas Baker, Rob and Jeffrey Capel in the band. The song was never performed live, largely due to the demanding high register vocals from Mercury throughout the song. The track only ever appeared on the Queen 2 album. However, it was included as a track on the 1988 UK 3-inch CD single of 7 Seas of Rye. Remember those little singles?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, they were
at the time.
Really lovely. You remember I got one of them.
Did I get you the Someday to Love one or something for Christmas?
Yeah, I think it was, so for my Christmas, I think it was 1990, I was getting my first ever CD player. And I knew I was getting it, so in advance I'd bought some CDs, and I think, did you buy me it yet?
Yeah, I think so,
Did I
yeah.
buy
I
it
think
myself?
So.
But yeah, it was the Someday to Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was nice, because 3-inch CD, a small thing, but it was cool to get the little cover of the song. So I think it had, on the Somebody to Love, I think it was
White Man.
Somebody to Love, White Man, I'm sure was on it.
Yeah.
And maybe one of the other singles from the album. Trying to remember now. There was 3 tracks on it. I remember that. But yeah, they were cool. And the one I would have liked to have got, I think, was 7 Seas of Rye, because I'm sure that had See What I Feel I've Been on it, which was really hard to come by, if memory serves. But yeah, it's interesting the band never performed the track live.
You can understand why, though.
Yeah, very much a studio track, isn't it?
Yeah. We had ambitions, but never dreamed of the journey there was to follow. We were fortunate in the fact that our 4 wildly different personalities came together to achieve a wonderful chemistry. What was an incredible trip around the world and the cities of the world through so many triumphs and twists of fortune in so many countries came to a tragic halt with the loss of our dear Freddie Mercury. This was a hammer blow, especially to John Deacon, our bass player, who found he couldn't go on. So, depleted by 50%, Brian and myself determined to keep our music alive, and with the help of wonderful singers like Paul Rodgers and, of course, the great Adam Lambert, we continued to tour the world to this present day.
So, I'm sure the answer to this will be the same as the previous episode. Probably first heard this when you bought Queen 2 on vinyl in the 80s, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's the first heard the song then. Yeah, I think it's a good song. A bit like yourself, it's probably one of the album that maybe was a bit of a dip for me, but I can appreciate it more now because I can see where they're trying to go with the Phil Spector production sound and the drums and a lot of almost like wall of sound there. So I can appreciate it more now. But it probably could have been on any Queen album in a sense. I don't think it doesn't really follow like it's not like a concept album where this album really fits. It works, but it could be on any album really.
Yeah, because obviously Sheer Heart Attack came out later in 1974, and this could easily have slotted on there, no problem at all. Yeah, I agree with you.
Unbelievable. to think though, yeah. Only 6 months apart, like amazing, like quality, like 6 months apart. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, 2 classic albums in the same year. Tremendous. But yeah, for me growing up, this was almost the forgotten song on Queen 2. It's easily my least favourite track on the second side of the album, and it probably feels a bit more lightweight compared to everything else. It doesn't really have a hook. It kind of drifts along and then fades out. And I think Brian May's distinctive guitar is kind of noticeably absent on the song, but probably in the last 10 to 15 years or so, I've grown to appreciate it a bit more. I think sonically it harks back to the band's recording under the name Larry Lyrics when they'd done the I Can Hear Music Beach Boys cover, because it's got that Beach Boys Phil Spector wall of sound, and the multi-tracked harmonies are the most enjoyable and interesting element of it. It's a sweet but slight love song. It's one of those ones. It's enjoyable at the time, but it's kind of quickly forgotten when we get to Seven Seas of Rye, which is up next, and is a superior song. But yeah, it's still a good song. And what's your favourite part of the song for you, Paul?
I like the drum sound, actually. Just sort of like a marching band. Yeah, I like the drums. And it is very much like Phil Spector. Like, he had like so many drummers in the room and recorded them all, whereas Roger Taylor's just capturing that using studio techniques to get almost that same sound that he would with 100 drummers in the room. So yeah, it's a song I appreciate more now than I did initially.
Yeah, I think for me the best part is it does it twice in the song, where it does the funny, 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 where it goes a bit more dramatic. I probably just murdered it there around about 30 seconds in, then about 90 seconds in. That's my favourite part on it. And there are a couple of versions of the song on the Queen 2 Collector's Edition. We get the 2026 mix. We get Take 4, where it's got John Deacon going a bit crazy on the bass at the beginning. And it also has, in the studio chatter, you got Brian, Colin, Freddie, Elton. But it's largely an instrumental run through of the track. We also get the backing track as well. And of course, in addition to that, we've got the 2011 remaster of the track out there. So what's your favourite from all those that are available?
You know the answer. The original.
2011 remaster? Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. I would go, again, might feel familiar to you as well. I'm going with the 2026 mix. I think the lead vocal is, I think, clearly separated and move forward in the mix, and the harmonies are easier to distinguish. And again, listening to them back to back on headphones and speakers, the piano at the beginning on the original is in the left channel only, and in 2026 it's in both. And the same goes for Brian's guitar during the last minute. I think it was in the left channel in the original. Now it's put across both. So again, little subtle things there, which for me just improve upon it, but very, very slightly.
Do you not think this sounds like, obviously this was the last album that you wouldn't have a John Deacon track, written track, his first one would come on the next album, but this song sounds like it could have been done by John Deacon, do you not think?
Yeah, because he would kind of do the more sweet kind of poppy love songs, yeah. Agreed. Yeah. God, I'm forgetting. What's his track on Sheer Heart Attack?
Yeah, Misfire.
Misfire, yeah.
Subscribe and follow us on social media.
Okay, earlier in the show we asked you how many times is the line "funny how love is" repeated in the song, and the answer is, Paul?
In the middle of the three answers, it's the middle one, it's 11.
It's repeated 11 times.
It's what you listen to that matters, not what the title is. Don't judge a book by its cover. Mind you, there's a beautiful photograph of me on the cover.
Next week, Paul would come back for the band's first hit single, last song on the album, Seven Seas of Rye. Looking forward to talking about that.
Yeah, because it's, in some ways, it's where it all started for the band.
Yep, great track. Looking forward to talking about it. So thanks to you all for listening. And if you want to get in touch with us, you can find all the details in the episode description. And yeah, do engage with us on social media. We do love to hear from you, especially when we do our weekly poll on Facebook to get your opinion on the song that we're going to be talking about that particular week. So yeah, I would like to discuss with you on there your thoughts about the track. So yeah, get in touch. So until next time for the Seven Seas of Rye, keep sailing on the Seven Seas of Rye. Until then, see you next week.